4 times over the years. I saw it when it came out a couple of times. I loved it.
I'm a dangerous assassin. I'm a mad killer on the loose. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
It's difficult to attempt a short synopsis of North by Northwest because part of its point is it's so incredibly confusing and convoluted, and it's that way because it wants to be. That's the nature of the beast. But essentially, it's about an oblivious advertising executive who is mistaken for another person who may or may not exist, and who is kidnapped because there are foreign agents who want this person dead.
Games? Must we? Not that I mind a slight case of abduction now and then, but I have tickets for the theater this evening.
The film becomes a series of events designed to show how the Cary Grant character tries to transcend this epic case of mistaken identity. The thing that I was looking forward to was when Cary Grant discovers there's dandruff on the comb of the guy he's meant to be impersonating. Just couldn't wait to hear him say dandruff.
Bulletin. Kaplan has dandruff.
In that case, I think we should leave.
Too late.
You realize that the presence of the dandruff on the comb is the one thing that absolutely, unequivocally says this person is real. It never occurs to you that there is not this character. Because he has dandruff, he must exist. There's a kind of macho appeal thing that's imposed on the Cary Grant character that makes women kind of fall about because he's so attractive. I think this is a basic conceit that there are certain men that have such a lure that women will sort of immediately be prepared to do anything to have sex with them.
Stop!
Oh, excuse me.
Stop.
I don't find it any more offensive in North by Northwest than in other movies because it's almost matched by the cosmic allure of Eva Marie Saint, who indeed exerts a similar power over men.
How do I know you aren't a murderer?
You don't.
Maybe you're planning to murder me right here tonight.
Shall I?
Please do.
The scene is all about hands, and you can't help but think, wow, that's very strong. And the whole time you see the scene, you're just thinking about how Alfred Hitchcock so wanted to get his hands on Eva Marie Saint.
Tell me, why are you so good to me?
Shall I climb up and tell you why?
And I think that it's clear that Hitchcock has a very sexual view of society and the
How?
relationships between men and women.
Hello.
Maybe that's why Cary Grant's mother is such an important character, because that helps us understand something about Cary Grant, his need to find a woman like Eva Marie Saint.
Now, when I was a little boy, I wouldn't even let my mother undress me.
You're a big boy now.
Yes.
Today, I think the kind of suspense that we see is much more harrowing, usually. Its suspense is, oh my God, is that person going to get disemboweled now or later? And Hitchcock realizes how if you go for a more intellectual, entertaining kind of suspense and really present that with visual imagination, then if the characters are really likable and interesting, you can just keep going. You can go into a house and try to get 2 people together in a room, and it can take 25 minutes if you just keep using your imagination.
You know what I think? I think you're jealous. No, I mean it. I'm very touched.
I think it's worth screenwriters today, filmmakers today, looking at North by Northwest and maybe deriving from it the courage to be imaginative and to trust that an audience is susceptible to the kind of great, intellectual, entertaining suspense that Alfred Hitchcock has become really famous, justifiably so, for.
See North by Northwest as part of